But never mind. Oh, I spy with my little light. I spy with my little light. Oh,
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Newbie, and I'm back for another video. This video is going to be 5 tips and tricks for rookies in Rocket League. So if you're just picking up the game, just got it just recently, it's going to be a few tips and tricks for you to step up your game and, you know, get better faster, I guess, because I had to learn the hard way. I used to be really awful. I used to be really bad, like, especially if you look in my older videos, I was pretty bad, man, and I definitely didn't take to all these tips. So listen up to these tips if you want to get better at this game at an early stage. So let's get right into it, boys. So guys, basically the first tip is to mess with the camera settings. Now, Rocket League gives you this default camera setting, and you are very low to the ground. You can't really see much of the field. It's kind of hard, especially when the ball goes in the air, to really see anything except the ball in ball cam. So that's why most people don't use ball cam that much, which we'll be getting into later. But to fix this, we're going to go into the options and change these camera settings around. I'm going to show you guys what I have for my camera settings. Feel free to change it to whatever you want. Let me see what I have here. Alright, and I also have camera shake off, so seems a little bit nicer when you score. And look at this, look at the difference, guys. You can see so much more space, everything in front of you, and the ball goes up in the air. I'm just going to show you right now. You can still see it. It's a pretty good tip, as the ball cam actually follows it. Even when you're not in ball cam, you can still see a lot more of the field, guys. Your field of view is way higher, and it'll just allow you to be a little bit more creative, because you'll be able to see your teammate, maybe pass. It'll make you a little bit smarter of a player just because of the camera settings. So let's move on to the second tip of the video, guys. Let's go. Guys, the second tip of the video is to utilize the customization of the control scheme. It just can really help you out in certain situations if you really just, it's really hard to like press a button. Like I found that air rolling is X, and while that's in the air, while I'm flying up, I have to hold B and do the stick, so it's really hard to get around to X to be able to do that. So I actually changed that to the left trigger. That's the only thing I changed from the controls, but anyways, let's look at it right now. Change the bindings, sorry, and you can see all the controls. You can change any of these by just pressing A, or whatever console you're on, or PC, and then press whatever control you want it to be. Now, this is the only thing I have changed, I'm pretty sure, and the scoreboard maybe, but yeah, that's pretty much it, and it works out a lot better for me. Small little extra tip here, air rolling in the air is way better when you have it like this. You can actually control your car. It just makes aerials a lot easier, and I'm pretty sure it'll just help you learn, because once you start playing with a new control scheme, you won't be that great with it at first, but once you actually, you know, have some practice with it, get used to it, then you'll really figure it out, and it'll be really fun. So on to the third tip of the video, guys. Guys, the next tip of the video is to use the aerial training in the training menu, of course. It really, even though it seems kind of cliche, oh, I gotta practice, but you know how it is. Practice does make perfect, and I spent many hours in here trying to perfect aerial shots, and still don't have it down, man, all the way. Still learning every day, but if you do these, they will make you a lot better at aerialing. That's definitely what they did for me, and if you watch my older videos, man, I couldn't aerial for my life. After a certain point, I started doing this, started getting more into it, really started paying attention a lot more to aerials and how the ball bounces and how to get there, how to control my car in the air using the air roll. So once you guys get into this training, you don't have to even get you don't even have to get 10% in this training. It doesn't really matter as long as you make the shot eventually, which I don't even know if I'll be able to do right now. Kind of focused, but yeah, anyways guys, on to the next tip. Guys, the very next tip number 4, is going to be using ball cam. So basically, as you can see, I'm using ball cam, and it really just helps me to focus on the ball. That was a nice center right there. No one was there, but it really just helps to see the ball better. As I hit the ball, go up, I can see where it is, see where it's going every step of the way. If I'm not in it, which I usually do this for just for getting for boost, but here's an example for you. I'm not going in ball cam. It's a lot harder to see where the ball is going. You really got to move your car, and sometimes you really can't afford it. So it's way easier to turn around. You don't have to be looking everywhere that your face is turning, that the face of your car is turning. And right here, like, I took out both my teammates because I couldn't see. Couldn't get a good angle on it. It's just a lot easier to get good angles. So yeah, it's basically my point with this one. I know it's probably going to be really uncomfortable for you to use ball cam because it's really confusing. That's what I found. But over time, I eventually figured it out, and you know, I'm never looking back. Ball cam is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me in this game, just because the sheer impact it has on me as a player. Because before, I was just all over the place. So yeah, it's really helped me out. So on to the final tip of the video, guys. Guys, the very next tip is using boost appropriately. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, only use a boost if you only use your boost if you know there's no boost around. Basically what I'm trying to say, if you know there's no boost around open, don't try to waste all your boost going for that one crazy aerial attempt that you probably won't be able to hit. You might as well just save it, try to touch it on the ground and play from there. Save your teammate, or if you're playing once, it's going to be very, very hard to come back and save that goal from happening. Play defense there. So basically, look, I'm out of boost now, and since my teammates got it, I'm going to go get some, just because they didn't seem to need help at the time, even if they did. Here, there's no reason to get boost. I have some. I know people who boost to get a boost, and there's no real point to that. You're kind of just taking away from your team, especially when it's on your side. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Just a few tips for rookies in Rocket League, how to get better, how to really grow as a player faster. For me, it took a really long time to get even like decent at this game. So having these tips earlier, probably should have like looked these tips up or something, but having these tips earlier would have definitely helped me, and probably would have taken them into consideration. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Please like this video. These are pretty hard. These videos are pretty hard to make editing wise, and I would really appreciate it if you smash that like button. And yeah, it's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.